Okay, welcome everyone. This is Stain for Poker in a Box. Today I'm going to do a short video about continuation betting and the adjustments I make for the different type of opponents. So let's go. And I mix stakes because most of my students play 25 NL and below, and I play mainly 50 NL on PartyPoker and 50 NL on iPoker. I sometimes make some 20 NL because of the bankroll uh, on iPoker. Well, I have to get used to thinking about the hand and talking at the same time. It's been a while, so I think it's fine to just do 3 tables because 4 would be too much, I think. Okay, definitely just gonna let me see. I don't have any information yet, so I'm just gonna check call here. If it was a lower card than the 7, then yeah, I would just go for a bet. But I just don't have any information about the guy. Could definitely have bet out the turn if I just look back here. Since he limped, I didn't even really remember what happened, so he... Oh, I see right now. It's fine. Could bet the turn, depends on who the guy is. Okay, so here with my pair plus inside straight draw, I'm just gonna bet because I don't want to give any equity to overcards. I think it's totally fine to check back too, because we're not afraid of the 6, obviously. Now we are. if he has it. So let's see. I'm just gonna check here. I just wanted to deny his equity with his overcards, like King Jack or something. So now I'm just gonna fold. Okay, now we got some hands. Not too much, not too many I see. So when I continuation bet, what I usually look at is their fold versus flop C bet, and it's pretty dry here, so I'm just gonna bet out here. Just give up on most turns. Obviously the board texture and ranges, and the thing is, when I choose to go for 2 barrel or third barrels or 3 barrels, then I always look at their when to showdown. I mean, if I see a guy that has a when to showdown of, like, let's say 23, I know I know he's overfolding, so I'll use more cards to triple barrel that have some decent blockers. Okay, I'm just gonna fold here. So, and with decent blockers, I mean, like, imagine having Ace King on Queen XX. So you block the Ace Queen, King Queen. You have good blockers. So that hand I would usually just always bluff to have in your river bluffing range. Depends on the runouts, obviously, but and versus guy that fold too often, as I just mentioned, the guy that has, like, went to showdown of like 23, 24. I might even just bluff some extra hands like Queen or like Jack 10 that blocks his Queen Jack and Queen 10 type of hands, or King 10 would be better. King Jack, actually, stuff like that. And if he has a high win to showdown, I will not bluff unless I have like the good the best blockers, because when his win to showdown is high, let's say 32, that means we can value bet thinner on the river, but we can obviously still have some bluffs. That being said, though, versus whales, I would just not bluff, even when you have good blockers. I would just value bet. So what I would look at if I'm making a decision on the river, whether I have to, okay, I'm gonna bet this bottom pair. I get a backdoor flush draw, so I'll always bluff. I'll always probably triple barrel, especially if the um, the diamond comes. Okay, so I'm going for it again. Maybe a little bit bigger. Oh, my cell phone rings. Daddy, I'm sorry, I'm busy. Okay, so I'm just gonna bet here. Loose fishy. I have no idea why I don't have hands on the guy, so I'm just gonna bet. Okay, so this is pretty nice, but the thing is, he will not have a flush draw with the ace, so he probably is pretty weak. So I think it's good to just bet pretty small. Maybe induce something if he has 6-7. So I'm just trying to get. I mean, he probably does not have He does not have too many aces because I blocked the straight draw. Ace 3. Wow. Okay. So yeah, definitely could have bet more, but we couldn't notice. So because his most likely hand was just a weak pair. So I think the bet was fine, especially versus agros that will call down light, and also that will just pass when you make such a small bet. Because most of the time it looks pretty weak. Wow, again, when I'm talking, I just forget what happened actually. So I just gotta practice this more. So I'll make this about let's say between a 10 and 15-minute video. Depends on how much material I can provide. Okay, so let's say I got aces in this spot. Then I just look around. Okay, how squeeze happy are those guys behind me? And he's a 9%, 1.3k hands. And imagine if this guy was also a rag that was squeeze happy, then I would just be more inclined to cold call with a hand like aces or kings. And they're both pretty, only 9 hands though, but I know that he's a fish because of last hand. But I'm just gonna I can bet too. If it was a flush draw also, I think it's totally fine, but yeah, check right now. Oh, it's 4-way actually, my bad. Let me think about it. Okay, so when this turn is 32, yeah, I expect him to let's see, check call with ace king. I can go for I expect him to bet his flushes, so I think he's pretty weak here. I think I would just go for a check and then a bet on the river. I expect him to bet his ace jack and check raise. Let me see. Let me get a pop up. Okay, so I think he's still pretty. Yeah, he's still pretty weak, but he calls down pretty light. So okay, so let's make it a little bit bigger. If I had a really big hand, I would make it even bigger. Okay, let's see. Let's hope you get like ace queen or something. Okay, 9-10 jack. Oh, it looks pretty passive. So I'm just 9 hands, by the way. I could go for a, depending on, I could even go for a bet sometimes versus the right fishes. Versus, this is tough. No, I just don't have a lot of information, and I'm just gonna fold this in. Even though I block jack 10. Wow. I don't know. For instance, just another example, if we know that the guy's floating with a lot of aces, ace X, then I think this river would be great to like check raise as a bluff, because first of all we block ace queen for the top 2 pair, and second of all we block his straight with 10 jack, and we could probably fold out ace X in this situation. If we know the opponent, though, I'm talking about if we know the guy. So that's what I'm thinking about on the river. When I would go for a check raise, I would also do this with a hand like aces versus the right opponents. I mean, it totally depends on who the guy is. If he's very aggro, yeah, I could go for it. But if he's very passive, I wouldn't just very passive and will not call down too light. Then I would just watch out with check raising light, obviously. But for those things, you need a decent amount of hands, and I just don't got it at this moment. Only this guy, obviously, but those two guys seem to be the fishes so far. Okay, so I can call, but I'm gonna raise. Yeah, only 12 hands, but usually I'm pretty sure this will. So okay, what I would do if he four bets? I think there's a lot of that money. I would just shove. I could go. I'm thinking right now. Okay, um, if I had the ace of spade, I would definitely check back. Can I get two streets? 14, like 25. No, I'm just gonna bet small. Because if he had like $28, then I might check back and get it in two streets. But right now, I need those three streets. So I'm just gonna bet half pot. Yep. And again, we're just gonna shove with our ace king. If he has his beat, so be it. Yeah, and I was first thinking about for tabling, but definitely that wouldn't be the right option because I have trouble even thinking good about the hands at this moment. So I'm just not used to it, but I'll get used to it. No worries. Okay, so right here now a lot of information, but I just wanna yeah, I can check back. I can bet. Um, just gonna bet because of the overcards that could come. Yeah, right now I'm just gonna give up. I do think I expect him to maybe check call quite often with Jack X. Yeah. Okay, 120. I'm not getting the odds for a call right there. So yeah, this is. I can rep 8-7 definitely right here. So let's hope he likes to fold his Jack X hand. Because I would play the same with 8-7, and I do not have. He has me beat here. Probably. Too bad. Okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, okay. I hope I had some nice pots that I showed you, and I would definitely review this video, and I'll make some comments about how I think I should have played and if I played well or not. And okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.